Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into another edition of Cory Comments On. I'm your host, Cory McKnight, as always, and you can catch me, as always, every Friday at 2 and 5 p.m. right here on All Western New York Radio. Welcome to the show, everybody, and may the 4th be with you. I don't even like Star Wars, you guys already know that, but it's Friday, May 4th, 2018, and it is also, going along with that, Star Wars Day. I feel like it should be Jedi Day, though, right? Because May the 4th or May the Force be with you, isn't that a Jedi thing? I don't know how Star Wars works, really. I don't know. I'll have to ask Scott or some other nerd that I know. But speaking of Scott, not to call you a nerd, but I just did. Anyways, it's also Bird Day today, National Bird Day. And I know Scott's going to love that one, too. So he's got a couple things to celebrate here. He loves Star Wars, and I know he loves birds, too. Duh, obviously. So, National Bird Day out there. Not Bird War Day, unfortunately, but maybe Scott can found that. Like, how do you found a holiday? How do you just, make one? Do you contact your local congressman and go, hey, I want to make it Bird War Day? Maybe that would work. I don't know. We need a Bird War Day. Anti-Bird Day. But the big one here that we're celebrating that I want to talk about a little bit, it is International No Pants Day, which is amazing. Awesome. I can't support people being pantsless enough. It's just great. But more other people than myself. I don't know if I necessarily would participate in International No Pants Day myself. I don't know if anybody really wants to see that. I am a little bit on the pasty side, on the lower half in particular. I am half Sicilian, so I'm quite furry. Over my legs are I don't know, when I was in 5th grade, my legs were crazy, like gorilla hair. And, yeah, nobody wants to see that. So International No Pants Day, I back it fully. Will I be participating? No. Because I'm going to be working and it's raining and it's dirty out there and I'm going to wear my pants to work today. I don't know, maybe later I'll take them off. I don't know. But a few things that I would not participate in that go right along with No Pants Day. This is what other people do here to celebrate. The big thing that I remember a couple friends actually years ago participated in when they were in New York City is the No Pants subway ride. And of course there's subways and public transport all over the world, so it's International No Pants Day. You can celebrate in other areas besides, of course, just the New York City subway, but I think that's a big organized thing that the colleges, I think, around there do or something. Who knows? But they ride the subway with no pants. I wouldn't do that. Imagine the germs. Imagine the disease floating around on those seats. Imagine the homeless people sleeping in those cars for days at a time. No thanks. I don't know. I would rather keep my pants on public transport. I would rather probably be wearing a surgical mask and have gloves on too, even fully clothed. But that's just me. I would not ride the subway with no pants. I would also not jog or participate in a 5K or whatever walk run thing. I know people do that as well. Jog with no pants on. I already mentioned the pasty lower half, the furry lower half. Do we really want to make that sweaty while I'm in my boxer shorts too? No. We don't. I don't, but we especially don't. You don't want to see that. I would not jog or be in a 5K with no pants on. Doesn't seem too appealing. And then there's also this one is the fully naked bike ride. Forget no pants. We're going commando, in the flesh, birthday suit, bike ride. No, that has to be so uncomfortable. How could you sit on that little fucking straddle the seat with a pointy edge on it and just be going full nutsack to nylon, full on contact? I couldn't do it. I don't know how these people do it. Maybe they have a specially designed seat to cup your lower regions, whether male or female. I guess it could work for either one. But naked bike ride, no, I'm not with it. So I fully back International No Pants Day. I think it's really funny and cool, and everybody else should do it, but I'm going to keep my pants on. I think everybody will end up happier in the end if they don't see me with no pants on. Anyways, this story I wanted to get to quickly here because I forget sometimes that this is a rant show, I feel like. This started out as me hating on stuff. My first few shows or first several shows, I would pick something that I just can't stand and I would just go off on it. It really was supposed to be a rant show. Now I feel like I'm a goofy fuck that just like talks about anything, a lot of sports and shit too. And I still rant, but this one actually got me pissed and I felt like actually ranting about it today. The fact that the Nashville Predators, or the city of Nashville, they took our gerbs. For real. Okay, they didn't take our jobs, but they took our most prized invention or specialty from Western New York, or from Rochester in particular, and that's the garbage plate. They tried to take it from us. The Nashville Predators, who are in the playoffs right now, in the National Hockey League, started serving what they call a smash plate, quote unquote, at I think it's the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, I'm pretty sure. I should know the arenas, I love hockey. But they started serving that as a special playoff promotion on the menu for the concessions, the smash plate. Because it's Smashville instead of Nashville, get it? They smash people. I think that's actually pretty cool. But the smash plate, quote unquote, is a fucking garbage plate. It's literally a 100% identical ripoff of a garbage plate. And that did not sit well with people in Western New York because they totally robbed our fucking signature thing without giving us any credit, and they made it look like shit too. They bastardized the garbage plate, and you just don't do that. People in Western New York, we need to start like a change.org petition for this shit that nobody else can make garbage plates unless you're in Western New York. We already had the fiasco where the garbage plate was incorrectly linked to Buffalo. I think it was the New York Post or something. There was some kind of story where people in New York City fucked up and they tried to give the garbage plate to Buffalo. It belongs to Rochester. That's not as big of a deal because it was still a Western New York thing, kind of. This? Come on. Nashville, Tennessee. You're telling me that they know about Nick Tahoe Hots up here in Rochester or the garbage plate? They don't. Because the picture that was shared of this thing was a fucking abomination. It looked horrible, especially the mac salad. Now, I personally do not get macaroni salad on my garbage plate. I know that that's very out of the ordinary because it's like one of the key things to a garbage plate. I get baked beans instead because I'm not a big mac salad fan. But if you're going to get the mac salad, and I have had it on plates many times, it's got to be good. Like fucking Rochester style, or I don't know. Is there different styles of macaroni salad? Apparently, because Nashville's version looked like little bits of macaroni swimming around in Alfredo sauce. It was like this liquidy goop of whiteness all over the top of the plate or on the side of it or whatever. And then they threw on the other standards like the diced onion and the ketchup, mustard, whatever. Hot sauce, which they called hot chili sauce. It's fucking meat hot. It's hot sauce. Hot chili sauce. That made me laugh too. Jesus, Nashville. Get it together. Stop stealing stuff. And then if you do, just get it right. Come close to getting it right. I mean, you're never going to have one as good as like a Nick Tahoe's plate, but the smash plate, that really pissed me off actually. And I'm a fan of the Predators. If I wasn't, of course, a Sabres fan, which I will always be, I really don't believe in having like a second team or stuff like that in most sports. Like you really should, I don't know, for me anyway, like you pick allegiance to a team and that's your team. You don't have 2-3 favorite teams. But if I were not a Sabres fan, first and foremost, I'd probably be a Minnesota Wild fan. I like Minnesota. Great hockey city, cool fans. I like their jerseys. I like their lineup. I like the players. A lot of former Sabres have gone to and from Buffalo and Minnesota. They have a good relationship. But the other team that I really do kind of like is the Nashville Predators. So they just got bumped out of my fucking third favorite spot or whatever with this garbage plate fiasco. Smash plate, whatever you want to call it. This is a joke. You don't see people in Buffalo or Rochester at the Amerks game or the Sabres game throwing catfish on the ice. We don't do that. We don't throw octopus on the ice like they do in Detroit or squid or whatever the fuck it is. We don't steal people's stuff. Nashville, they steal people's stuff. They stole PK Subban from Montreal, even though I'm glad they did, for Shea Weber. What happened with that trade? Jesus. Nashville made out in that one. But you don't see us stealing other people's ideas, so stop doing it to us, Nashville. Leave the garbage plates to the people in Rochester, the people in Buffalo, the people in Western New York. We don't want to throw stuff on the ice like that. We would rather eat it. The catfish on the ice, we're eating that catfish. We don't really get to have that too often up here, I don't think, so we're trying to savor that. And we're definitely not throwing a garbage plate on the ice. Even though maybe we should. Should that be our new thing for the Amerks or the Sabres? Is like if there's a hat trick, well, let's not talk about the playoffs. Even though the Amerks did make the playoffs, but they got swept in the first round. Sabres, we're not talking playoffs here yet. But just for, not for a hat trick, I don't know, just as a pregame thing, why don't we throw garbage plates on the ice? Maybe that could be our thing. I don't know. There could be other stuff we could throw too. Case of Jenny Light. Think of something that Western New York could throw onto the ice and let me know on Twitter what you come up with at allWNYCory, because we're going to brainstorm here. And you should never throw anything on the ice in the first place, but I want to see what happens with this. Excuse me, I'm still sick. Anyway, International No Pants Day. Are you going pantless today? Are you brave enough to bare your lower half for the entire world to see and social media to get probably like body shamed by random strangers? I don't want that. I'm not doing it, but I support Pantless Day, No Pants Day, whatever you want to call it. How gross would a smash plate be? Look up the picture of it. It's horrible. I want to know how disgusting you think it looks. Give me like a 1 to 10 rating on the smash plate. I give it a 1. Terrible, awful. And yeah, what should we throw on the ice for the games, for the Sabres or the Amerks or something like that? If you're a Crunch fan, maybe Syracuse. What should we throw on the ice? Jenny Light, garbage plates, a bunch of fucking meat hot sauce all over the ice. I'm sure that would be easy to clean for the ice crew. They would love that. Let me know on Twitter at allWNYCory if you want to participate in this very silly conversation about very silly stuff. And I will be back next week with another very silly report, rant, whatever you want to call it. Thank you for joining me here today on Cory Comments On, and you can catch me next week at 2 and 5 p.m. right here on All Western New York Radio. Everybody take care. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your payday, if it is. If it's not, too bad. Oh well, you gotta wait. Everybody, take care. Cory McKnight, signing off. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.